Hey, do you know the guy in the picture here? Who's this club professional, Brian Simpson?
Yeah, well, this is Simons on 14B.
Yeah, I do know who you mean. Good story. It's a good painting, and I'm sure she traced it.
Brian,
look at that. I'm sure she traced it.
Good to meet you. Welcome to Andy's Golf and Travel Diary. It's nice to be here at the Victoria Golf Club.
Thank you, Andy. It's good to have you. It's just a miserable day. Melbourne's so unlike this. But I understand you're here for the week or more, and you're going to Sydney. Sydney will be great, and you're going to go to New Zealand, which you will love. New Zealand is special.
Every day is a good day, and it's a good day here, no matter the weather. You've been here for a while, 41 years?
Yeah. You know, when they did that thing, I think they thought I was going to retire. that was 30 years.
That was 11 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I don't do 6 days a week anymore. I just come in on Monday and Tuesday, and I do a little presentation Thursday night, which has been going on for a long time. And it's
I want to hear more about that. Do you have some time to answer a few more questions?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Brian, tell me how you came to the game of golf.
Well, I started playing at the earliest possible time in my life, when I was first walking. I always played golf. My parents liked the game. My father was tennis, golf, football. He was so good at everything. Bit of a pain to follow, actually. And so I thought at one stage I might like to be a professional tennis player, but my father said, "You're better at golf. Don't think about tennis." So I started, and I never really wanted to play particularly. I just wanted to do all the things that golf pros do: make clubs, repair them, teach golf. Work every day on a golf course. And that's life. And I played some tournaments. Modestly, didn't do very well. Won 4 state tournaments. Got to +2 for a little while. Just typical of a club teacher. When I got this job here, this is a wonderful golf club. This is a great golf club, and I love it. My wife's a member, my son's a member, and they've even made me a member, which is rather special. And
Tell me a little bit about Victoria Golf Club. Why is it so special to you?
People who know there are great courses and there are great clubs, and people make great clubs, and some clubs are defined by the type of people that are members there, and one way or another. In Victoria, it's not like that. We have a bit of everything. Great people, interesting people, but we've got the local butcher to the judge. You know what I mean? It's just we don't really use timesheets. We just come down and range games. It's a wonderful history. We've got a wonderful pennant history. Possibly the second best golf course in the country. Certainly in the top 4 or 5.
Tell me a little bit.
Just a great day.
You just had Carrie Webb win the Australian Women's Open here.
Yeah, that was good. She's. How do you rate her? People who know a lot about golf think she's the greatest player that we've had. Of course, Peter Thompson is a fellow life member here, a good friend of mine. I think he's the greatest player that ever lived. Greg Norman's a different sort of player. Got to rate him about the same, nearly, not quite as good as Peter. And Carrie Webb, maybe she's the best of the lot. Pretty special.
I don't know, she's a World Golf Hall of Fame member, and so is David Graham, or he will be. He's going into the Hall of Fame, and you've had some competition with David Graham. Tell me about that in your early days.
Well, I used to beat him occasionally, but I was a bit. You see, Pete, I'm probably 5 years older than David Graham. So when I was 21 or 22 and playing quite well, he was 16 or 17 and just sort of learning the ropes. So it wasn't hard to beat him, sometimes he won. But he did get mad with me when I beat him in an event in 1962, the Assistants Championship, because he never won that. And I offered to trade him for his American Open win, but he wouldn't trade. He's done well. He started off as a left-hander, like that fellow Ben Hogan you got over there. Started as a left-hander, then he made himself a good player and became a wonderful player.
Tell me what you love about the game of golf, both playing and instructing it.
Hickory shafts. I'm a hickory collector. I love the old golf clubs. I love the history of the game. That's the best part. Teaching's great. Teaching's great. I don't do a lot of it now, hardly any, but I did quite a lot of it for a long, long time. I find teaching rewarding. I like to be a shot make teacher. I like to teach people to play a draw shot, a low shot, a high shot, a fake. And I was never really, I always saw the rhythm of the golf swing. I dislike the way the game is being taught now. Everyone's sort of a bit clone-like. You know, there's so many magazines talking about you've got to do this and you've got to do that. Posture and arc and all that. Things that make, I like the Lee Trevinos. I like the guys that just know how to play without all that stuff.
Well, speaking of having fun and playing, Brian, thank you for having me here at the Victoria
Andy,
Golf
great.
Club. And let's talk a little bit more hickories later on in the day. I love hickory clubs.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk all night.
Well, thanks again for being on
Andy.
Andy's Golf and Travel Diary.
Well, I hope you really love Australia and New Zealand, and I know you will.